Okay. Hey, I'm the Toolbox and welcome to my space on the internet. 2020. Wow. Fellow iOS developers, it is time that we can get into this backend business. Not using JavaScript, using Swift, but we know what is awesome, what is good, what is everything and then some. And with Vapor framework, we can. There's another framework, it's Kitura. I weighed the pros and cons of Kitura and Vapor since when I was using it for a couple projects, playing around with it. I'm going with Vapor. API stands for Application Programming Interface, and it allows client apps, so mobile apps, websites, desktop applications, to connect and get data from your database. And so the API is really the middle woman, just going back and forth between your database, where you store your data, and the actual user, the client. Using the Vapor 3 framework to create this API. There is another framework that you could use, it's called Kitura, but I do not use Kitura, I use Vapor. Right before we get into the video, like, follow, subscribe, comment, share, all that good juicy stuff to keep you connected with me. Okay, the video. All right, so we're gonna start off by checking our system to make sure that we have all the requirements so that we can install our Vapor Toolbox. So there's a Vapor check script, and we're gonna go ahead and run that in terminal to make sure that we have the right version of Xcode and Swift that's compatible with Vapor 3. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use Homebrew since I'm on a Mac. Homebrew is awesome. And I'm going to install the tap for Vapor. And once I've got the tap for Vapor, then I'm going to go ahead and install Vapor. So what we're doing now is installing the Vapor Toolbox. And so the Vapor Toolbox is Vapor's command line interface, which allows us to do all like the Vapor building, creating new components, creating new projects, running it, all that fun stuff. All right, so we're going to go ahead and create a new project, Vapor New, and then the name of your project. So what this is going to do is it's going to create a new project from the standard Vapor template. You can create your own templates, a different video on that. So we're going to change directory into the project that we just created, CD change directory, going into the folder essentially. And we're going to build using Vapor. So building using Vapor is going to go ahead and fetch all of our dependencies from GitHub, and you'll find all of your dependencies in the package.resolved. So your package.resolved has all the files that it will be fetching. Now, we need to generate an Xcode project. So Vapor Xcode, and we're going to add the -y flag so that it will automatically open up the Xcode project once it's finished generating. And the build does take a while, so feel free to pause the video while your project still builds, because it most likely did not in those few seconds that I just switched over. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and head to the top and select our package scheme, and we're gonna run and build our project. And so while that's building and running, I'll go ahead and explain some of the files that we have in the standard template. So first, the controller. So the controller is going to be our way to abstract out and organize essentially the implementation of our roots. And so we have our roots, we'll define them, here we'll implement them. We have our models. There are a few extra protocols that you'll need to conform. We'll have another video on that. And then we have our app file. So this is going to allow us to configure development, production, testing, drop down to our configure. And the key thing with the configure is going to be configuring our database. Right now, we're using a standard SQLite database that can be swapped out for MySQL, PostgreSQL. And then we're registering and configuring. And down here with the migration, we're adding that to-do model to our database. But for now, the roots file is going to be our most important, because this is going to be where we register all of the paths that the user can actually access. And so here, standard, we have like a few basic ones. You have the get, which is just going to be the standard, local host with no extension, it'll return it works. If we add the hello extension after that, so /hello, then it'll return hello world. Now you can see down here, there is also an example of adding controller. We'll focus on that in another video. Project's finished building and running. Head over to Safari or Chrome, and you can do localhost /hello will return hello world /nothing will return it works. Head back over to the Xcode project, deregister and delete all that other stuff. And we're going to start off with this. So we're going to add our potato root. We're going to pass in a string parameter, so like a name, and we're going to return a string. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to create a variable. I'm going to call this potato, and we're going to try to get the parameter. So now we're telling the parameter what it's going to conform to. So the parameter that we're expecting is going to be of type string. And if you look at the top, then you'll see we are passing a string as a parameter. So now I'm going to go ahead and return the potato of the day is, do some string interpolation, pop in my variable, well actually my constant, potato, cool. And then if we stop our project and rerun it, then we can see some fun stuff happening. If you were not too sure where to actually get the path that your server is running on, you can open up the debug area, and you'll see like at the bottom, it'll tell you servers starting on localhost, whatever. If you don't know where that is, head over to the top right, hide unhide debug area, and then the bottom should pop up. So hop back into Safari, Chrome, whatever you use. Type in your path and then do /potato /any name. I'm going to do my name, Jessica, and the potato of the day is me, Jessica. So if I delete it, because recall, we did delete the other paths. We try any of the other paths that we had before, it will not work. Backend using Swift is so sexy. Oh my God. Drip, drip. Hope this helped. Drop a comment if it did. Share the video out, and I'll catch you in the next video. This is the end of the recording. Bye.